Shiva, Arunachala Shiva, Arunachala Shiva, Arunachala.
Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Abide in your pure awareness all the time. Pay attention to it. Formless, pure witness in us. Always uninvolved. This is the way you can recognize it. It's in all of us. It is us in its purity, without involvement of any filters, without ego, mind-body complex, intellect, emotions. It's readily available to all of us if we look within. It is the God principle which is the source of everything, which is the power, which is the grace, which makes everything function in this whole world, including the body-mind complex you are interacting through. Perhaps you might not have any control on the body-mind complex you are living in. But it doesn't matter. The difference between you and the body-mind complex is like a living being and a dead being. Difference between living and non-living. You are the living principle. Body-mind complex is a dead principle. It looks living because of your own power. You are the source. If you want to be free, you should have very clear understanding that you are the source Mind is not the source. And your life, you're living life through this body-mind complex, should be run through you. You, the one who is living in the heart, not the mind which is using the brain. Yes, perhaps you can use the mind when needed, but that's optional. Surrender your mind to the heart with all love, devotion, with respect to the heart. Live your life from this intuitive power, which some call God, pure awareness. Pay attention to that all the time. When you look within, pay attention to this pure awareness. You know it. You recognize it. More you pay attention to it in your pure silence, more you become it. Once you realize, cognize, abide, your mind can never fool you again. And the power of this pure seeing, our ego completely dissolves, leaving only emptiness, nothingness. All the story of this body-mind complex and other body-mind complex have no meaning. Though the memory of all these stories is not completely erased, but it stays like a dream. It loses its value, its attachment. All that condensed awareness pertaining to the body-mind transcends into this infinite awareness without any attributes. You are free. What religion this pure awareness belongs to? Where is the Guru or God or the Self? you realize all these three are nothing but this pure awareness. Guru or the teaching is to tell you only this. And God is this substrata, this pure awareness. All the gods and forms are pure awareness plus projection of the mind. Never ever believe if a God comes in front of you and talks to you. It is pure awareness plus your mind. No God can be as pure as this pure awareness. All the gods with name and form can never be that pure. All the gods in front of your eyes are bound to be a concept of your religion, of your culture, of your conditioning, of your mind. Pure awareness is unadulterated God and you and Guru. Rest all have some impurity of mind. Remember this all the time. So the mind can never ever deceive you. You are pure awareness. You are that supreme self. Not even for a fraction of a second you are anything else. And there should not be any doubt about it. Pay respect to the pure awareness within. All your striving, longing should be to know this, to be this, to abide in it eternally. Give away all sorts of concepts you have. They were useful only to a certain extent. And then after that, they all lose their meaning. They are the tools and means to reach here. Bhagavan Shri Ramana Maharishi told very clear to one of his devotees that even if you see me face to face and I am instructing you to do something, never ever believe I am the self within. Anything you see outside would be the projection of the mind. Anything which comes and goes is not real. One of Bhagavan's devotees, Papaji, he used to play with Krishna, the Indian god, and Bhagavan said the same thing to him. What use is that God which comes and goes? Look within. Find the God within, which never comes and goes, always there. On path to freedom, you might get experiences externally. Those experiences can be very beautiful, divine, but they are all experiences of a sattvic mind. Don't stop there. Keep looking within until you get firmly established in your pure self. In your purity, you were never a doer. You are always a witness. No action of the body, no thought of the mind belongs to you. Give away the ownership of the body-mind once and for all. Stop being advocate for this body-mind complex. That is real freedom. The first wrong concept is the ego, is the I thought, is this fake ghost in us which believes that I am this body-mind complex. It takes ownership of this body-mind complex in which it's just a visitor, a guest for a very, very short duration. In billions of years of history of Earth, we are in this body for 100 years. Body is dying from the date it is born. Attachment to the dying body will only create suffering, will bring death to you. Believing in all the thoughts of the mind will again put you on a roller coaster road of joy and suffering. Will create friends and enemies, will create false pride for the accomplishments which this body mind is doing, predestined. What a foolishness! It's not much different from you thinking that you are running the movie when you're watching the movie on a screen. The movie is being projected on the screen. The movie was all set, and you are watching the movie and thinking that you are running the movie. We are exactly like a witness, a person who is watching a movie in theater. You can't change any scene of the movie. You are completely uninvolved in the movie. If there is a murder in the movie, the person watching the movie will never be blamed. We are exactly like that. We are pure witness. We are uninvolved. We have no action to perform but just to witness. Body and mind doesn't belong to us. Yes, you are using them as a guest. Stay in your pure silence where there are no thoughts for any action and no action is being performed. And you're always watching the actions of the body. And you know this truth that you are not doing any action. Where there is no doership, and that actually sets you free. This is self-discovery. This is self-abidance. This is real freedom. Eternal freedom. Freedom from death. Freedom for reborn. Freedom from suffering. Freedom from mind. How any type of situation externally can bound you. All the situations are like movie on the screen, and you are a pure witness. Even the scriptures say, though the scriptures say that it is your prarabdha karma, your past karmas of previous lives, which has given rise to this body-mind complex and all what is happening in your life. Now go back to what it means. It means that whenever you were thinking that you are this body-mind complex and you performed some actions with your desires, created this situation. Now to be free from this situation, you have to just drop the ego, the doership. You can't stop the movie. Script is already being written. But the moment you realize that body and mind doesn't belong to you, and you are a pure witness, everything drops. That very moment, leaving you empty, and you transcend into nothingness. You enter into absolute bliss and deep silence. You abide in your real nature, which always is. Only it knows itself. Nothing else can know it, and there is no way. You are that. Only you can know it. Knowing is abiding in it. It's not even abiding in it, it's just knowing. There is no knower. It's just pure knowledge. And when you speak about it, it becomes impure. Only silence can convey it. Enjoy your own bliss, eternal bliss. Everything is on a standstill in pure awareness. Remember, no thought belongs to you. And you don't have to do anything with any thought. All these thoughts were for the fake ego, not for the pure awareness. All thoughts were for a doer called ego, not for pure awareness. Because of the momentum, they might still be there, but not for you. You, the pure awareness. Just treat them like a background noise, like the people talking in a restaurant where you went for dinner alone. No one is talking to you. You can have your dinner quietly in midst of that noise. And so there is no disturbance to you. Once you touch your pure awareness, you live as pure awareness. This is your experiential knowledge that everything happens as a command from the Supreme. No one has any control. It is the same rule to everyone. It's not that the realized person works in a different way than others. All of us work in the same way. control of the Supreme. All body-mind complex are in control of the Supreme. All living beings and non-living beings. When there is no ego, no I thought, no doership, soon the mind becomes completely empty. Because there is no work for the mind. No one is interested in taking suggestions from the mind. No one is acting on those thoughts. Trust the Supreme. Surrender to the self. Pay your respect, love, have devotion to the self, and self will set you free. Pay attention to the pure awareness. Unknown becomes known, and known disappears, and you transcend from death to immortality. From darkness to the light. And from untruth to truth. Just by knowing this, you are only pure love, unconditional love. Go deeper and deeper and deeper in this awareness. Keep going deep within, into deeper and deeper silence, into the emptiness, nothingness. You are that real Guru. You are God. You are Self. External help is your own grace because of your own longing, because of your desire to come back home, which eventually every being will come back home. It's just a matter of time. When you live in mind-body complex space, your longing has brought you right now. When you touch the divine within you, everything becomes divine. When you touch your own self, you touch everyone's self. All the practices drop on their own. You are pure presence all the time. without any personal identity. No one is living in this body mind. No ownership. And so there is only emptiness. Internal silence is the most important thing. And that silence comes when all the pride, ego, I thought, ownership of the body mind goes away. It goes away because of the correct understanding. And it is being taken over by the perfect silence all the time, independent of the situation outside, independent of the situation of body mind. Always the same. Deep peace. This is one solution, one pill for all your sufferings. Suffering of body and mind, and suffering of the longing to know the divine. That beautiful suffering to know the self. It is end of that divine suffering also. You have arrived. You are that. You are free. Stay like that. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti.